Welcome to Knockhill for the fourth round of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship following the SUPERPICKS Qualifying here in Scotland. Pole position, the first one of the year in qualifying for Bradley Ray for Rich Energy OMG Yamaha. Brad, that was an incredible lap, under the lap record, smashed it to take pole position. But it's not been the easiest start to the weekend for you. Can you talk us through how it's been yesterday and going into qualifying today?
Yeah, I missed a test a couple of weeks ago. I had the arm pump surgery done to sort of sort that out, and that's been absolutely bang on. So yeah, missed the test and only managed 6 laps yesterday, and then ended up crashing into the last corner and didn't get out for the rest of the dry session. So was on a little bit of the back foot this morning, but luckily we had the Q1 to go through, so it gave me a bit more track time. Was able to get myself comfortable with the bike. And then got into Q2 straight through, and then yeah, just basically took my brain out for that lap, gave it absolutely everything, and it's important around here to be on the first 2 rows to get off to a good start. So looking forward to this afternoon's race.
Starting second on the grid for today's opening eBay sprint race here at Knockhill, Jason O'Halloran from McCann's Yamaha. Jason, you missed out on pole position by 0.005 of a second, so there was absolutely nothing in it. But it's been a good start to the weekend for you. You've been building momentum. Talk us through it, because you tested here previously as well. How much has that helped you coming into this weekend so that you could really hit the ground running?
Yeah, to be honest, I've felt great all weekend. The biggest thing that's been affecting us is the conditions. You know, it's been really windy out there. I know it's the same for everybody, but the conditions at the test were a lot different. So you're always comparing back to how you felt 2 weeks ago compared to how you feel today. So I've felt good in the wet and dry this weekend. All the sessions I've been strong. Didn't get the cleanest of run at the start of that session, so done my lap time with quite a few laps on the tyre. But yeah, happy enough. As soon as I seen 47.1, I thought that'll do me for today. And I was sure it would have been on the front row, but I was hopeful as well, you know, because it's so tight around here. So came in the box, in with P2, happy enough with that. Front row's all you need here for a good start, good getaway. You know, the race, although time-wise is short for us because the track's small, it's a really intense race, you know. So see how we go this afternoon. I'm confident in the package we have, and I'm sure we can do a good job.
And completing the front row for this afternoon's eBay sprint race is Lee Jackson for the Cheshire Mouldings FS3 Racing Kawasaki team. Lee, there was a couple of times on the TV we noticed during that session you look a bit agitated. Can you talk us through that and how you held it together to be able to put together the lap that would put you on the front row for this afternoon, please?
Yeah, it's obviously, like everyone said, the track is quite small around here, so to get the perfect lap you almost need no one in front of you. You need the perfect line, and there's a few times where I felt like I had the perfect lap coming, and a few other riders were either just finishing a lap off and just coming in the pits, or they was just on the racing line. So I got a little bit frustrated a few times because I could see on my dash that I was close to, you know, matching my best time, if not going a little bit faster. And around this track, the small margins really help you. So I got a bit frustrated. Obviously, when you're P2, you know, you're not in a bad position, but everyone can go faster towards the end of the session. So I wanted to keep on the front row and make the most of like the front row start round here, because it's a long race. You need to get off at the front and you know, try and lead from the front. Really, it's hard to pass, so that was the goal, and we managed to get the front row.
And here, as you were just saying, it's been incredibly close because of the shorter lap. The gap between everybody is so tight. How much does that make qualifying here more stressful than other places? Because it can be the moment you come into pit lane, you lose 3 or 4 positions. How do you keep a focus on where you are and how you finish the session? Yeah,
you know, for me, I started the session slightly different. I let everyone lead out of pit lane and gave them a 20-second start just so I could. I'm a rider that probably prefers to be on my own on circuit doing the lap time for qualifying, and then when it comes to race, I know I can race with the guys. So the lap is short. Obviously, everyone's doing their own job, so if they're in the way, I'm sure not everyone means to. It's just a case of being, you know, caught by another rider that's approaching fast. But the conditions out there are quite tough today. The wind was catching you in a few areas, and I know myself I had a few moments that were a bit hairy, and I didn't fancy having to pick myself up out of the gravel.
You did mention one to Jason and Brad when you came in. Would you talk us through that?
Yeah, I went into the third corner, and I struggled backshifting a couple of times this weekend, maybe just panicking on the backshift, and I didn't quite get back to second gear, so I went around turn 3 in third gear, picked up the revs, and Leon was cruising out the way. I could see he was way offline, but it just caught my eye line a little bit, and I had a massive slide out of the dip of turn 4, and I just had visions of myself, you know, landing in the tarmac at the top of the hill. So luckily it come back in line. It sent me across the curbs and a bit out of shape, but yeah, you know, we live to fight another day, and looking forward to the race later on.
And good luck this afternoon, and congratulations on the front row.
Thank you.